Well, if you guys remember, when I built these pivots, this rear frame right here was just one single bar that went around. I didn't have any cross bracing or anything like that. Well, in the time of driving this thing around out there, I started noticing that this rear end flexed, and it flexed too much. So much so that I started noticing it started to bend. These two bars that come down here that have these bearings, these hangers welded onto there, this area right here started to, well, it literally started to bend. So I played hell trying to get them bent back into shape, but I don't think I really did too good of a job. So what I did is took the wheels off, propped it up, got it all level, and then I welded in this bar. Well, first what I did is, since this is 28 inches wide, I cut these two pieces and this piece, made the arch, and then welded that on. These two pieces here are 4 inches. Each cut is a 30-degree cut. Excuse me, which would make this a 60-degree angle. But, so I had an arc up back over here, measured it up 3 inches from the back here. Or wait. Yeah. No. I measured it up 3.5 inches because the distance from here straight down to the level of this surface here, this distance here is also 3.5. So if I want to build a piece of, sheet metal or whatever, and I can make it an angle, I know that I can just cut it at 3.5 inches and make a pocket here if I want to. Put lights in back here or whatever. But it also looks better that way. Anyway, so after I welded this piece on here, I then welded these two pieces on here, and they arc straight up and straight down, and they're all even. And let me grab the camera and I'll show you here close up.
Okay, you can see what I did there. 3.5 inches up, 3.5 inches over. This bar here is at 60 degrees. This cut and this cut were at 30. This cut's at 30. Because of this angle, this bar, I cut this bar here at 4 inches long. But because of the angle, it makes this this area from here up to the top of here 3.5 inches. So that's how I did that. You can see how it goes straight up over and comes down and is welded literally pretty dang close to the connection here. I might fill that in with a little bit more weld maybe. Sure looks pretty crappy, but yeah. Now on the other side, I also decided to use the crossbar as the mount for the brake caliper. See how I did that? And now what I'm in the process of doing is I've got the line going up, and I'm going to then mount the master cylinder somewhere right around here, and then put it in a lever system just like I did with the Batmobile. Have a rod coming back and then connecting to it. But yeah. See how that is? Let's come to the front here. Look at it down this way. Look at it straight down from the top, so you guys can get a good idea of how this is done. Yeah. I think it's kind of a... Oh, I also put this bar in right here too. Also did that too. I might, well, I don't know yet. Yeah. See, it's a good thing that I've been taking this thing out and beating on it, because I would have never have known that this rear end was going to bend like it did. Well, like what it was going to be doing. It was going to get a lot worse. Yeah, I don't know if you can really see it. Well, yeah, you can kind of see it. See this bar right here? It was starting to bend like this. And the reason is because the shocks are... yeah, this is one of our new kitties. The previous owners, when they left, ended up leaving this guy and another black and white one. So now we have 4 cats. Joy, and that one right there likes to spray. Yeah. Alright, anyways, but yeah, you can kind of see how it's bent a little. Well, the reason that was happening is because when the tire's on there and I hit stuff with the tire wants to bounce up, but the dual shocks in the back is pushing it down, and that's what was happening. It's starting to bend that. But now after I put in this reinforcement stuff, that shouldn't keep happening. I'm glad I haven't been handing the plans out for this thing, because I'm gonna have to do so much different stuff to it. So many people are like, dude, can you send me the plans? I'm like, hey, I'm not done with the machine yet. I'm not gonna send stuff out that's gonna collapse and break on people. I need to test out my own stuff first. I know there's a few other areas that I want to reinforce too on this, but I'll save that for a different video. Plus, on top of that, if I decide to get rid of those 2 shocks and I put on, say, 1 shock, or maybe a single shock on the back there, or whatever, I might even be able to mount a shock. Well, I'd probably want to put an extra bar right here if I wanted to mount a shock underneath here and going up in between there. It looks really cool with all those different cuts and all the angles and stuff. It makes it look really neat. Yeah, so that's where I'm at on this thing now. So I'm going to get the master cylinder mounted up hopefully tomorrow. Wait till payment and then actually get the throttle cable hooked up. The throttle cable, I'm gonna have to go down to a bike shop and have that made, because you can't get a cable this long anywhere. You know, I have to have it made. I mean, that's like, I already measured it out with a piece of rope, 8 feet, an 8-foot cable. It'll come down, go around, loop around some stuff, and then come up back up there. Yeah, 8-foot cable. Jeez. But I think I might get 9 foot just in case, because then I'll have a little bit of play. It's always better to have more cable than too little. Yeah. But anyways, guys, I'm going to get on out of here. Thanks for watching the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.